Good morning, angel mommies and daddies. I want to welcome you guys to this is a painful podcast, but it's probably one of the most important podcasts that you'll ever listen to. I want to welcome all parents that are grieving the loss of a child. In fact, I want to welcome everybody who's grieving the loss of anything. My name is Amy Fulmer. I'm one of you guys. I'm an angel parent. I'm 12 years into my journey now with the loss of my son, Kenji. He died at home June 1st, 2014. I started this podcast because I know the pain in your heart, and I wanted to create a sort of touchstone that doesn't require a lot of effort, where you can check in when you are breaking down, because breaking down is going to happen. Nothing in this podcast, I have to say, this is medical advice. I'm not a mental health professional. This is for educational purposes only. And I'll have some information at the end about my body of work, but I kind of want to jump into the message here for you guys this morning. This podcast is going to have very short segments of what I call grief relief. And that means something that you can grab onto, almost like a life preserver, and just get like an instant, I hate to use the word hit, but it's kind of a hit of grief relief. And grief relief means, by my definition, of when you are walking the grief walk, which is the grief walk starts the moment you see your child deceased. It never ends. It never ends. But it morphs and changes. But I want to be a guide for you guys because I know your heart, and I didn't have these type of resources. The technology was not as advanced, and I would have longed for something like this because I had so many wonderful resources, but unfortunately none of them had lost a child, and that's a whole unique kind of a grief. What I want to address today, really, really important, is the shock that occurs the moment you either are informed your child has died or you see your deceased child. I really want to talk about that topic today because I believe the shock that occurs is such a significant event, and it is so jarring on every single level of your body, heart, mind, and soul. Where is the body is concerned, I want to be very, very, very clear from the start. You most likely, if you're like me, again, I am not a doctor, this is not medical advice, I would recommend staying very close to a medical person in the early days, and I'm going to call the early days the first 2 years. Your body is going to do things you never thought it would do. It's going to suffer pain. It is going to contort. It will perform and react in ways that will frighten you. So I want to just give you a heads up on that. So staying close to a mental health professional, but a doctor is very important. I also want to let you know that the shock is all encompassing, like one part touches the other. You may throw up. You may have diarrhea. You may collapse to the floor. You may shake. I remember shaking so uncontrollably. I could not sign anything. I could not fill out a form. When the police came to my house after my son died, I couldn't cope. I want you guys to know that it's all interconnected. I'm sorry if you hear that car that just drove by. I live on a busy street and there is ambient noise. This is all very normal, and in time it passes. But here's the main crux I want you to walk away from this podcast with. The physical shock interfaces with every aspect of your body, mind, and soul. Shock lands on everyone differently. How my body and heart and soul reacted to shock could be very different than yours. We are very unique people. The way in which your child has passed is unique. Your reaction will be unique. But what is not unique, and I mean universal, is understanding beyond a intellectual level what this shock represents, because it's physical, it's etheric, it's spiritual, it's emotional. It affects everything in your household, your animals, your other children if you have them, your spouse if you have them. The community will also be shocked if you live in a large community and your child had ties in that community. So it's very sophisticated, it's very advanced, and it's very all-encompassing. But I want to leave you today with a tip that worked for me, and in retrospect, I wish I had done it more, because I wanted to run from the physical and emotional pain of the shock. I couldn't cope with it in my head. I wanted to come out of my skin. I don't want to overshare, but I had a very violent for days and days. Well, it was actually about 6 months controlling my bodily functions. My body broke down because my heart was breaking down. The ancients refer to it as the mind-body connection. So this is what is occurring right now. I want you, when you start to understand that you are in shock, number one, for all of you parents out there that are listening right now, that are in the shock stage, I am sending you deep, 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 deep love. You will heal. You will move beyond this shock stage, but it's something you cannot rush. You almost have to embrace it as a testimony to the love of your child. You see, if there wasn't love, there wouldn't be shock in the sense that you're going through it. So what worked for me, and wish I had done more, is I fought the shock. I don't want you to fight your shock. I want you to maybe sit down or lie down if you can. I'm praying that you can. Put both of your hands over your heart and just breathe and close your eyes. Let your body perform the releasing, because it has to release in, sometimes it's tears. It can be vomiting. It can come in the form of diarrhea, collapsing, shouting, screaming. If you need to hit a pillow, by all means do that. Please do not hit another person or a wall if you can avoid it. And just sit with it if you can sit with it for a minute or two, it has a tendency to dissipate on a very minor level, that moment of shock. But here's the point I want to leave you guys with today. Those little moments add up in the field of your body. Now, again, this is not medical advice. This is what worked for me. This is educational content. This is like a roadmap. You're going to find things that are going to work for you. But the main point here is expect the shock to last a while. It's very normal. Don't discount the effects. If you've got a friend or family member that can help you fill out forms, maybe take yourself to the doctor. I certainly would not drive when you're still in the shock. You'll go through the shock goes in and out, but in the first, I'm going to say 3 months, it's with you it stays with you a long time. So understand you need to hold space for your shock because that's the only way you can dissipate it. You can't run from this. Okay, guys. This is something you cannot run from. And if you do run from it, it is going to catch up with you and it will not be pretty. So, again, my name is Amy Fulmer. There are links in the description to the Parent Survival Checklist, which is a free resource to support families and friends and neighbors. It's a free download on things to do to help support grieving parents from the moment they find out that their child is passed. It's a timeless tool. It has gone viral in over 70 countries. There's also going to be a link to my book on Amazon, Don't Trip Potato Chip. That is a very small step-by-step journey. The chapters are short. It's my story. It's sort of an autobiography of how I started to heal. So that's also a resource for you guys. The comments are turned off right now because I have zero tolerance for people can say mean things. Let me just say that. I don't even know if they mean to sometimes, but your hearts are so near and dear to me. I don't want a chance of someone saying something cold or calculating, or maybe they're just not thinking. So for now, we're going to have the comments turned off. This is a brand new podcast. If you like this content, please share it. It's very important to get this information out there to people that are grieving. Share it, like it. It does help. My mission here is if I can bring grief relief to one person, one parent, one couple per podcast, I've fulfilled my mission. So I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else you need to know for now. I know what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to do a couple podcasts a week. The best way to give me feedback is to hit the like button and share it. I don't want to oversaturate you guys. It's too much for a grieving brain. So it's going to be short videos a couple times a week with a very important message. Today's message is expect the shock, embrace the shock, love the shock, and don't run from the shock because it's just going to chase you, sweetheart. It will. All of you guys, sweethearts, plural. It's going to chase you. And I don't want that to happen because that's not where you want to be. You want to move into a different space with your body because your body has to survive this. And this is physical. This is very physical. This grief journey is physical. And I didn't see it coming. I did not see that coming. So with that, I'm going to end this segment. Thank you guys for being here. I am sending you the absolute love and light to all of you. I know your heart. Bye-bye.